players see the writing on the wall here in the finals.
What is going on, TCG enjoyers? I've got a pretty cool game today between myself and one of the all-time greats in Pokemon, Tord Reklev, from the Masters Cup, an event that took place last week in New Orleans, where a bunch of players from around the world got invited. We kind of played in this invitational style tournament, which was super cool. Just basically every round I got the chance to play against just world-class players, and I recorded a bunch of matches, my own matches, some other players' matches that I'll post over the coming weeks on the channel. So yeah, this is the first game I have. I'm playing my Grimmsnarl deck. The list I ended up playing at NAIC. Tord is playing a Charizard Pidgeot deck. A little different than the one he took to NAIC, which was a straight Pult, but still a pretty cool deck. Also, my sleeves are the Endgame Omegas. If you guys want to check them out, use code Ciaran for 10% off. They also have the Genesis sleeves if you'd like a more smooth feel. But anyways, let's get to the game. So, yeah, I remember most of what happens. I played this game around a week ago. My opening hand was a bit awkward. It was like good in the sense I had Secret Box, but I have to discard a lot of cards. You saw me there get rid of Froslass, Research, and Iono. So I'm just dumping a bunch of consistency to start, which is never something I want to do. I mean, I have no way to gauge how strong Tord's hand is. He pretty much just played Poffin for 2 basics, which is all he really wants to do when going first. I did prize my second Froslass, which is going to be really annoying in this game, since you really want to, against the Pulsar deck, get the Froslasses going early to put pressure on them. I mean, their deck plays a lot of Pokemon abilities. Dracloak, Pidgeot has an ability, Charizard EX has an ability, right? So you always want to put pressure on them. If you can, you even want to set up 2 Froslass. So I obviously didn't get the chance to check my deck before playing that Secret Box. Had I known I prized my second Froslass, I probably would have gone for a line where maybe I played an Iono instead. But I'll have to make do with what I have here. So, yeah, just going to grab the basic setup, the double Impidimp, the Snorunt, the TM Evo, and the Spike Myth. And then I'm just going to play a Research, just draw myself 7 cards here. And I'm basically just looking for a Dark Energy here. I don't really need anything else. And I think I hit one. There we go. That beautiful Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Dark. And then I have Spike Myth, I think. I can't remember if I use it yet. I don't think I have. I have Grimmsnarl in my hand. So I don't really want to Spike Myth for a second Grimmsnarl, because if I get Iono'd by Tord, then I'd rather have another Grimmsnarl in my deck, especially if he's going to replace the Stadium potentially. So I think I just grab an Impidimp out. I don't really need to bench it. I probably want to save those bench spaces for more Munkidoris or like Snorunt as the game progresses. I'm just doing this to thin my deck. So if I do get Iono'd, I don't draw Impidimp, or even just my top deck for the turn is an Impidimp. So small percentage plays that usually don't matter, but it could matter. Just the optimal way to play with the thinning there. And then, yeah, I have to TM Evo to double Morgrem because I prized my last Froslass. So if I would have hit a Super Rod off that Research, I think I definitely would have played it just to put that Froslass back. So, and over to Tord's side, his hand is actually not that strong. He's got like a Pidgeotto. He has a bunch of evolutions, but not really much besides that. It doesn't look like he has a draw supporter or an Arven. I don't see Rare Candy because we would have seen the Pidgeot. Yeah, I think he's probably just going to have to like Grasping Draw this turn. Yeah. So he has a Boss's Orders in his hand, so he could play that if he wants to lower his hand size a little bit. Yeah, I think the Snorunt's like reasonable. I don't think this helps him like that much, because if I wanted to retreat Monkey, I'd have to go with my Dark anyways. No. Right. You got Evo and Unfair Stamp. Those are both actually some pretty good cards there. That'll help him next turn. So now for me, I'm in a bit of a weird spot. I think I would love to draw the Night Stretcher to get my Froslass back this turn. I think the only supporter I have is Iono. And I don't really want to Shadow Bullet a Cleffa. It doesn't feel very strong to me. So you can see here, I'm pulling Iron Bundle to the front. I think I have an Artisan in my hand that I might use to go grab that. So I'm going to grab the Grimmsnarl. I think my logic here is if I don't attack this turn, I mean, like, I'm just going to, like, Tord probably just has Pidgeot, and then he's going to start getting set up. Maybe there's an argument for me just, like, playing it slow here and, like, not going for an attack. But I was like, you know what, with the bundle, I can take out the Charmander and the Cleffa. But the more I think about it, like, maybe I just go for, like, Budew here and, like, slow down Tord's setup. And then, like, play Iono or something. Actually, I don't even know if I have Iono in my hand. I'm trying to remember. And then here, since I switched the Stadium and I'm anticipating a Disruption card like Unfair Stamp, I think I'm going to evolve to the second Grimmsnarl. Just so that if I get Iono'd or Unfair Stamped, I don't have to, like, try and draw the Spike Myth or the Grimmsnarl again. Now the thing this does do is it pulls darks out of my deck, so it makes it harder to draw them for Munkidori. I play 8. Don't think I prized any, but that is taking 2 valuable darks out of my hand. So I think that one card's in my hand's Iono. I think I don't play it because there's nothing I really need to draw at this point. Yeah, it's like, what would I really want? I would just, like, I guess this Night Stretcher maybe. But I think my read is that Tord's hand's not that good. Like, he doesn't have Candy or Arven or anything, so I guess maybe I don't need to play it. But now watching this back, I think maybe I could have gone for a slower line where I just got Budew out and then maybe just played Iono. Or maybe I hit Iono off my prize. I think that might be what it is, actually. Maybe I didn't have Iono. But even then, maybe a slow line, like maybe give myself some more time to get some Munkidoris before I walk into Unfair Stamp. I think this play, like I kind of like clear his board of attackers, so I know for a fact that Tord can't hit me with like a Charizard on this turn, for example, or even like a Dragapult. So I felt comfortable putting some pressure on. But now I am going to walk into Disruption, and I discarded like a bunch of supporters on my first turn with Secret Box, so it's a little harder to draw out of it. So we'll see as the game progresses if this was the right line or not. But yeah. So now Tord's obviously going to play Stamp. He's considering that Counter Catcher. I kind of like the Counter Catcher on the Munkidori because I've already not discarded, I've already put 5 darks into play and my rescue board is gone. So if he can force me to retreat my Munkidori, I lose a dark. So I can't set up double Monkey next turn, so that's exactly what he's going to do. Just a really heads-up play by him. Like, he's not even going to Itchy Pawn or anything this turn, but just understanding that you basically force your opponent to either have 0 energy on Munkidori at the end of the next turn or just 1. So yeah, heads-up play by him. For sure. He hits the Poffin, which is a really good draw for him. That's going to let him get some GPs, another Charmander if he wants to evolve here. So, yeah. Yeah, I think this game would be a lot... Like, if I had double Froslass this game, like, I think, like, the game is already over. Because, like, Tord can't... Like, he can Evo, but then, like, his guys are going to take, like, 1,000,000 damage. My, like, Grimmsnarls are just going to, like, wreck them. The Pidgeot will take a bunch of damage, so I can just TM Diva later in the game. But without Froslass... my deck is a lot weaker, especially without having an army of monkeys to compensate for it. So, yeah, so that's kind of what I was saying. Like, maybe I could have done Budew last turn. I wish I could have seen my hand better to tell if I had a supporter or not. Because, yeah, if I go for Budew, I can kind of slow it down a little bit while I build up getting all those monkeys, getting the Froslass eventually. But I think I'm still in an okay position here, since I have a very established board and Tord hasn't had the chance to attack yet, so... he's going for a triple Charmander, which is interesting. I don't think I could knock out multiple of them. Yeah, I can't knock out 2 next turn, but I think his list plays like 2/1/1 Dragapult line. I think there's a GP in his hand, so maybe that's why I didn't grab one. I don't know. Triple Charmander seems like a bit overkill to me because I don't think you can evolve all of them this game. So, I don't know. Maybe leave a bench spot open for something else, but he gets the monkey off the Artisan, which is nice for him. You know, just having the option to Adrena Brain as the game progresses. And here, yeah, since he played Unfair Stamp, he hasn't played a supporter yet, so he can even play Arven. Just get whatever he wants. Okay, so we're gonna get another TM Evo. I'm pretty sure he took the fire off with the quick search so that he can use TM Evo. So he's gonna grab a rare candy, so next turn he can rare candy Charizard. So, okay, so he's gonna, I see why he got the Charmander. So, okay, so he's gonna go, I mean, I should know this. I played the game, but he's going to go Evo 1 to a Charmeleon, Rare Candy 1 to a Charizard. And then his next turn he'll have Charizard plus a Charmeleon. Oh, wait, did he take Counter Catcher? Oh, he took Counter Catcher, not Rare Candy. Okay, so the next turn he has Gust. You know, attach, create, and then just make a Dracloak and a Charmeleon. Okay, and then he has another Charmeleon in his hand for next turn. Okay, so he doesn't really need Rare Candy, because he has one in his hand. Yeah, so here, like, me not having Froslass is, like, super bad, because those guys aren't going to take any ticks from Freezing Shroud. And you have to be careful when you play against Charizard decks, especially when there's no damage on board, because you can get to a situation where you go down to, like, 2 prize cards, and then, like, or even, like, 1, and then, like, the Charizard just sweeps you, because you have no way to, like, one-shot it, but they can one-shot you. So that's something that's definitely on my mind as I'm playing this game, so... I mean, here I could go for just a Shadow Bullet. You can see me eyeing the Budew. I think I saw him take Counter Catcher, so I have to assume that's his, like, main Gust line. I think this is a turn where I can get Froslass. I think I do have Night Stretcher in my hand. So, you know, I can go for, like, an Itchy Pollen, block the Gust, and then just have Froslass start to do some damage. So, yeah, there it is. I saw it. So, We are going to go with the Budew. And then just like let Froslass start to do some work. Yeah. Because I mean, I'm so far behind on Freezing Shroud ticks that I just wanted to like get it going here. I mean, that Stretcher is very high value, just because it's like it could have been a Dark for the Munkidori, which I don't have anymore. But I think just getting the Froslass just is better in terms of spraying damage. No, we forgot to put damage on his Charmander, but I don't think that matters this game. I guess it could matter, but I don't remember it mattering. Yeah, we're too caught up in doing Freezing Shroud to catch the damage for Charmander. Yeah, now for Tord, if you have a Charizard, which he doesn't, you could like quick search for boss if you still wanted to gust and like knock out my Froslass, which I think is a pretty strong play. If you had Dragapult plus Luminous, you could also Phantom Dive here. His hand's kind of awkward because his quick search, I'm not really sure what you quick search for. You can quick search for Luminous to get your monkey established, but then you're not attacking. You can quick search for Charizard just to take this Budew off the board. Yeah. And the other reason I think I like doing Budew this turn is because there's not enough damage on his board yet that he could go like Adrena Brain and knock it out. So if he does knock it out this turn, it just takes the liability away for me while building up damage. Because I think my plan long term in this game is like I want to go for a Devo play eventually if I can. That's normally a really good win condition against the Dragapult deck. I'm not sure what stadium he plays. I assume he plays Jamming Tower, but yeah, Jamming Tower would actually be really annoying. Stopping Devo, so if you can combine that with like an Iono later in the game, it would also be difficult for me to pull that play off, especially since I've already played 2 stadiums down. So, yeah, you can see here he's really thinking through what to grab. The fires at the top indicate Charizard, which is what he goes for. So he's going to put 2 there. Should probably put 1 on the Reklev. Yep. So now you just need a Luminous, and you can attack with Dragapult later. And then he's just going to knock me out with the Charizard. So I think this is a good outcome for me for a turn. Like, it could have been a lot worse. I could have gotten bossed. I could have had like a Luminous on the monkey. So I'm not too upset with how this turn played out. Now, the other thing that's nice about this is I can just punch the Charizard, and then my Grimmsnarl is not in danger of being knocked out. Because, I mean, I'm only going to be at 4 prizes at this turn. So Charizard only doing 240 with the Freezing Shroud. It's not going to put me in range yet. Even with the monkey, Tord can't knock me out. So, alright, so I'm going to Artisan here. Yeah, just get another Munkidori, just so I can build up more damage and play on them and just have it thin my deck. My hand's not very good, so I'm trying to draw some outs here. We're going to go for Arven and take the Energy Search out, and then in the TM Evo. I think Devo is already in my hand. Yeah, I wish I had a better camera angle to see the cards, but this will do. Yeah, I can't tell if that's the pink or purple in my hand, so here I'm thinking about where I move the damage. There's a couple targets. You could move it to the Munkidori and then just, you know, finish that off later. Like, because now if Tord puts a Luminous on it, that's going to be a really annoying card for me. You can put on the Pidgeot to get it ready for a Devo, but he did evolve through Pidgeotto, so I do need to do a bit more damage. I could go on a Charmander, hit that for 30, and then, you know, like, you're pushing damage there. Also, Tord didn't evolve to Charmeleon. Oh, it's because it has the ability, so you probably don't want to put damage counters on it. You could hit Dracloak. I don't really like hitting Dracloak, because I assume Tord will just evolve. And then, I think I'm going to do the math here with... Okay, so move 20 from that, because with double Freezing Shroud, I'm at 40. Tord's doing 240, 280. Hits me with Monkey. I mean, he'd be 10 off knocking me out if I move it from there. But then he can just knock it on the next turn with Munkidori. So, okay, I like taking off the Grimmsnarl like I did. So, yeah, I'm going after the Pidgeot here. I'm definitely targeting a Devo play later in the game. So, this puts it up to 8. So, I think the math in my head was if he monkeys it this turn, it goes to 6 after a Freezing Shroud. So, I can go Monkey plus Devo, and then I can knock out Charizard, and I can knock out Pidgeot at some point in the game. So if I would have moved it all the damage to Monkey, it would be at 8. He heals it. It goes to 5. Freezing Shroud 6. I mean, I could just Monkey plus knock it out next turn as well. But that's only 1 prize. I don't know if that put me down to 1. And then I feel like Charizard sweeps me from there. So I'm not crazy about that one. Yeah. So yeah, now if you're Tord, if you can take out my Monkey this turn, I think that's probably pretty good. You don't really care about my Grimmsnarl since I have 2. Like, if hitting into my Grimmsnarl for Tord is just like really bad here. It doesn't progress his board or his prize trade or anything. With his deck, you want to make it so the Charizards are eventually taking a one-shot as the game goes on. So yeah, if I'm him, like, I think his best play here is finding a way to knock out the Monkey and or the Froslass, or both if you can get a Phantom Dive off, which I think his hand has. That might even be the play he goes for. Now, if you go for Phantom... I guess if you go for Phantom Dive, you can't go Monkey, so you can't knock out Froslass and Monkey, actually. You can only knock out one. Hopefully, Ciaran in the moment was thinking about that. Because I didn't think about it right away as I'm commentating this. Okay, so he's going to quick search for Luminous. I'm curious who it's going to go on. Let's see. He has Counter Catcher, so if he wants, he can Gust here. You can just Gust the Monkey and knock it out with Charizard. You can put a Luminous on the Monkey, do 30 to my Froslass to set up for knockout. That play seems kind of decent. Okay, Arven. Poffin, yep. That's probably just a standard Ultra Ball away. Okay, I see a Jamming Tower, so he does play Jamming Tower. I don't think it ends up coming down during our game. Okay. Then it took off Arven. He has Ultra Ball, so yeah, just took Ultra Ball fodder. That Poffin and Evo, sure. Let's see who comes down. Is it Dragapult? Yeah, it's Dragapult. Okay. Nice. Okay, so might be going for a Phantom Dive this turn. What's better to knock out, Monkey or Froslass? That is a good question. Probably Rescue Board the Charizard too, so you just have to attach to it once if you want to attack. The Pidgeot is for your retreat, so I don't really think he needs a pivot anymore. Oh no, he goes to Monkey, okay. Then is he just gonna knock out my Monkey or the Froslass? You probably want to knock out my Monkey, yeah, because the Monkey's more targeted damage, whereas the Froslass just one at a time. So, and then you can heal the Pidgeot here. And try and keep it at a Devo range. Yeah, healing Monkey doesn't do anything, I don't think. Well, I mean, I guess if I get Dark next turn, I can knock out his Monkey with a Shadow Bullet. And then I'm down to 1 prize. And then he doesn't have Monkey anymore. But if he leaves the damage on the Pidgeot, then I can just Devo this turn, take 2 prizes, Pidgeot's gone. So you probably just heal that. Actually, you know, if I have Dark, I can just Devo Pidgeot anyways. I don't know, maybe it was better to heal the Monkey. Because I feel like I just knock out... I can go Devo if I want, or I can just knock out Monkey this turn. Yeah, I mean, my hand's dead, so it doesn't matter. But I do think it might have been a little bit better to heal the Monkey. Because, yeah, then I go down to 1. If Tord can't reestablish Monkey... His Pidgeot will be at 8 coming back into my turn if he doesn't knock out Froslass, and then I can just Devo for game. I don't even need to Shadow Bullet. Or I just win with the boss on Charmander. Yeah, the way he played it now, I think the last Charmander is a bit of a liability on his bench. Because I'm at 4, right? I'm at even, so I can take 2 on Charizard right now, and then I'll be at 2 prizes. So like Monkey and Charmander be on the board, it's like the last 2. But if he just had Monkey and like he can turn that Charmeleon into a Charizard, he'd have like a board of like final boss Pokemon where they all have a lot of health. So, I don't know. I think on my turn here, I'm just thinking about, I'm trying to plan, like, how can I win with, like, a Devo play or if I draw boss or something. Just because my hand's, like, not the strongest. I should probably Artisan for another Monkey if I have one. Just to get more, what's it called? More damage on my board if this Monkey goes down, because I assume my Monkey's going to go down next turn because it's a bunch of damage. Yeah. Honestly, maybe having the 10 on one of the Charmeleon might have mattered. I guess not. He would have just evolved the Charmeleon with a 10, then evolved his Charizard later. So, yeah, I'm in deep thought this turn, just kind of think what to go for. So, I mean, I'm taking 2 prizes here, so I might as well attack with the Grimmsnarl with a bunch of damage. Then I'm not gonna Artisan, it looks like. Yeah, I think here, since I don't have Monkey, I probably do hit the Pidgeot, so it goes to 100, and then if Tord heals it with Monkey, it goes to 7, and then if he doesn't knock out Froslass, it goes to 8 again. And then if I draw a Devo, I can just Devo it, and then hopefully that's enough to, like, hold on. Probably won't be, but... With my cards, I think that's a good fit. Okay. Now for Tord, you probably want to attack with Charizard if you want to take 2 prizes. You can actually go for Dragapult for 2 prizes, knock out Froslass and Monkey if you want. The Froslass is like a big annoyance for him because of what I'm describing here with how it's going to knock out Pidgeot. Or not knock out Pidgeot, but put Pidgeot in Devo range, even with Munkidori. But there is an opportunity cost of using Monkey on Pidgeot, because then if I Monkey his Monkey next turn, then I can go like Gust on Charmander or Charmeleon if it doesn't evolve and take my last 2 prizes that way. So I win with Boss plus Energy. I think I prized the boss in this game. I think I might have taken one off my prizes. I think that was something I was thinking about, if I'm remembering correctly, but yeah, I mean, Tord's best play is probably, if he has it, is the counter catch of the Froslass and Phantom Dive this turn, just to get the Freezing Shroud ticks to stop. I mean, I don't hate actually going just Charizard knockout, because if I Devo, does that matter? Then he just goes Evolve again. Well, he just goes Evolve again and then knock out Grimmsnarl. But then I guess if I Iono him, like, and I knock out Pidgeot, then he doesn't have anything. So, I'm not sure which play is actually like better. It's probably the Dragapult play because it protects Pidgeot. Yeah. Okay, Ultra Ball. Charizard here maybe. Or I guess you can also, even if you don't have Gust, you can just like hit the active with Phantom Dive, put 3 on Froslass with Monkey, knock it out, and then like just next turn Phantom Dive again, knock out Monkey and Grimmsnarl, because I'm not gonna have way to fully heal my Monkey. Yeah, so I guess yeah, you just go for Phantom Dive. Okay, goes for Charizard here. I guess just in case I find a way to Devo the Pidgeot, you just have Charizard ready. And then I guess Charmeleon's ability blocks Devo, but then if Pidgeot's gone, you can't just find Charizard easily. But yeah, like, Tord didn't hit, I think, like all the cards he wanted here. Definitely has some thinking to do. He's planning through all the ways I can win. I think in the game we're talking about, like, no matter what he does, I win if I have Boss Dark. So, I haven't looked at my cards yet to add suspense, so you can't get a read. Not that I think it changes his play much, but just adding some drama. We're having some fun at this tournament for sure. We all like played like serious more or less, but like it wasn't like as cutthroat as it would be if we were playing a real tournament. Okay, so you quick search for the Luminous, so you can go for the Phantom Dive, or for the Charizard. Or no, sorry, you quick search for the Luminous, then the Ultra Ball for the Charizard. I guess he's debating if he needs to evolve or not. Okay, so he does go for the evolve. And then I think you just attach the 1, and then next turn if you just draw a Stretcher, Luminous, whatever, you can just attach and attack. Okay, yeah, so he goes for the Monkey off the active, and then he's gonna Phantom Dive. This way the Pidgeot's gonna be out of Devo range. It'll have 10 health. I need to draw Dark plus Devo. And even if I heal my Munkidori this turn, I think it's at 80, so then yeah, he can still Phantom Dive next turn for a knockout. So pretty much do or die here. I need to get the boss plus the Dark, because I assume he has a boss. Alright, there's boss for the first card. Second card is not Dark. I need Stretcher or Dark. And I whiff. So, yeah. I mean, it was a pretty low odds I got that. Like I said, I think I prized one of my bosses, so I only had 1 left in the deck. And then I think I hit a Dark or a Stretcher off my prize. So I think I had like 3 outs left in the deck. So I'd have to do some math, but like, let's say the odds of hitting boss was like 20%. The odds of hitting Dark was like 30% or something. So yeah, you multiply those together. Not good odds. It's like 6%. Okay. So now I have to figure out what my best way to win is. So here, like, whenever you're in a spot like this where you lose the boss, I just play under the assumption he doesn't have boss. He already played one, so I'm like, oh, maybe you only play 2 and you prize your second one, because that's my win condition, right? So I'm just saying, okay, how can I win then if that's the case? So I have boss in my hand, so I can't play Gust. I mean, I could just hit the Dragapult and then like boss next turn. Does that work? Or I think I'm dead on board if that happens, because he can Phantom Dive my... How much damage does my Grimmsnarl have? 6, 6, 6, 6, 250. Yeah, no, I have to knock out Monkey, otherwise he just goes move Monkey and then Phantom Dive my bench Grimmsnarl. So I have to boss this, and then I think I can do 30 to Pidgeot, so this way if I draw Arven or Devo, I just win, because I can take my last prize that way. But now it just comes down, alright, is Tord's last boss in his prize cards? No. Or actually, no, even like counter catcher now, he wins with counter catcher. Or he just top deck spots. There we go. So he had it. Yeah, really good game. I think kind of highlights the comeback potential of Tord's deck, or how strong it is in the late game once it gets going, especially with that Pidgeot getting whatever you need. And then when my deck doesn't get the Froslass to apply pressure, it's just less consistent and can't do as many broken things. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that game. It was pretty cool to get the chance to play against Tord. Always love playing against great opponents, and I don't think you can face a better opponent than Tord. So I have more games. They'll be on my channel soon, so definitely subscribe if you want to see more. And let me know what you thought of the game in the comments. Thanks for watching.